I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist After Show. Not really physically here at AfterBuzz TV, but we are here in spirit. We are doing things a little differently today. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances going on with the coronavirus right now, we are playing things safe, and we are watching Zoey's playlist from home, self-quarantine style. And yes, I am your host, Brandon Hanna, and we have an amazing panel for you guys. You know them, you love them. Let's start off first with the amazing theater musical enthusiast, Emily May.
Woo! Yay! Hi, guys. I hope you're all doing okay. I miss having you near me.
Yeah. Oh, and I miss having literally right next to me at all times, but not today. It's the amazing voice actor herself, Kittie Kaboom.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everybody's good and safe and somewhere where you can watch us.
Yes.
Yes, and last but not least, I think his singing voice will sound even better over Skype. It's Amir Yassai.
Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist. That's the best my voice has ever
Beautiful.
sounded.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Yes.
Absolute perfection.
Next season.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes, we do have a fantastic show for you all today. Max gets a makeover with the help of Mo. Glad to see the two of them together. Cannot wait to get to talk about that. And Jessica and Simon's engagement party, well, it goes up in flames. And Mitch takes an unfortunate fall at the end, but he's okay. He's okay. It's just a learning curve. It's fine. I know Amir has some opinions about his friend and what could possibly happen with Maggie. Ooh, I do not want to have that debate, but we will. And of course, in our special segment for this week, we're bringing back our own internal musical monologues. Just how far would you go for someone that you love? I think we have some pretty good ones for that. But before we get into all those amazing topics, I do want to get into our overall thoughts on today's episode. Emily, where do you think? Start us off.
Oh my God. So this was like the episode that they were hyping so big all over social media. And it definitely went above and beyond my expectations. I loved the song choices were incredible. It was like all of my favorite songs. You know, they had like Say My Name. What else did they have? They had Kesha. Like, it was incredible. So I enjoyed it so much. And I loved how they delved into Zoey actually finally expressed her feelings out loud. And it was heartbreaking, but also joyful at the same time.
Yes, Amir, I know you have many thoughts on this.
I have so many opinions. My parents were overhearing me watch the show, and they're like, "What are you watching?" Because they could hear me like kind of whimpering, and then I was screaming. They were like, "Are you okay?" So this episode really affected me. I don't know if it's because I've been at home since Wednesday night, but I'm like literally so affected. It was so well done. And like when they did Say My Name and then Lauren Graham doing TikTok, it was like, I feel like everyone's voice really settled. So they were all just like very comfortable in their kind of roles. And it was just very natural. And I thought for a second at the end, Jane was going to sing because she was so overcome with emotion. So it was just a fabulous episode all around.
Yes, and Kittie, how are you feeling?
I have yet to be disappointed. I think this show is so well done. I feel like we hammer that home every week, but it doesn't go without saying that this is just incredible writing. Obviously, they cast it impeccably. The choices of their songs are always applicable and so well done. I'm sorry, but I did not see Jessica, right? The fiance?
Yeah.
I did not see Jessica killing it like that. Like, what is this Destiny's? What's happening, Beyonce? Like, I was so pleasantly surprised because you could butcher that one. You know, they did it so well as the original. It could kind of be corny, but they killed it all the way through. And you know what I'm finding every week? I find myself going, I love the plot, I love the acting, but when they gonna sing again? I want them to sing again. So yeah, I loved it. All the songs were apropos, and it was such a good time as always.
Yeah, for me, I almost get too comfortable watching the dramatic acting. I get so sucked into the story, and then all of a sudden a musical number comes in and just throws me completely off guard, but in the best way possible. And I think that Say My Name sequence was my absolute favorite of the whole episode.
I have to say, I might have been dancing along.
Yeah.
I was.
I was trying not to sing along at home.
It was so good.
Yes.
I was singing along in the mirror. So I was watching it in a mirrored room and I was singing along to the mirror. So I was really into it. It was great.
That sounds like the way to do it for sure. But we
fabulous.
do get Max getting a makeover in this episode. Autumn is not too happy with their breakup as much as we originally were led to believe. And we finally get to see Max hang out with Mo. And I thought that was awesome.
What was the song that the barista sang? Autumn sang to him. What song was that?
You give love a bad name.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That was very appropriate. And I think Max is so every guy in a relationship that breaks up with a girl is like, I'm fine. My hands are clean. And it's like, no, boo, it ain't. Here's your coffee.
That's not how it goes.
It ain't gonna be that easy.
Yeah, so Autumn had this kind of like, she was like running through fields. Like she was very kind of like hipstery, kind of like lighthearted during her relationship with Max. And then to sing a song like Bon Jovi was such a contrast to her like outward appearance and kind of the personality that she puts on. And so it just made me laugh. Like I was just enjoyed it so much that it was so different than what everyone else sees.
Right.
That I thought it was really fun.
But that's why the show has such good writing too, because it's in SF. There's a lot of like fake granola people. And I think inside she's kind of like aggressive. And then what we see is this like super field hopping fairy gypsy woman, but it's not the truth.
How dope is it that Mo showed up when she did and was like, wait, just so we're clear. You broke up with her, you broke her heart. Now you're going to explain to her that you don't want her heart to be broken, but you're still broken. Like, that isn't even what she said, but that's how men are just so clueless. Like, let me go wear it now. I don't want her to hate me. What? You're done. Move on.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Like he was not reading any of the signs.
Nope.
They never do.
Not paying attention and just thinking, oh, we broke up like cordially. Like, we're great. We can be friends. And it's like, it doesn't work that way. You have to like set rules and guidelines, and he was just not listening.
Well, he always wants to be the good guy.
I'm just
sorry, go ahead. What was that?
I was just saying I'm glad that Mo showed up in the nick of time.
Right. Definitely
Mo
helped
showed
out
up and saved the day.
But I think that's a problem with Max's character as a whole. And I think one of the reasons that Zoey's not attracted to him so much, I mean, she's getting there, but it's because he always wants to be the good guy. Where I think Simon has dimension, where it seems like Max is always trying to be the good guy. So
I agree.
Max maybe always wants to be liked. And I thought it was even really funny how Autumn was not only writing insults on Max's coffee cup, but also on Mo's.
On Mo, yeah.
What did she put? No Mo on it.
No Mo.
And I love too how Mo made him just take off his jacket and like throw it away, and he just like put it on a parking meter.
But isn't that the truth though? Like, you break up with the guy, you're not friends with his friends anymore. As a matter of fact, they haven't done anything to you, but you hate them anyway.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Speaking of people hating other people, I do want to get into Jessica and Simon. But before we do that, I just want to thank everyone at home for making us the ESPN of TV talk. We would not be able to put on this show without you, especially right now where I am literally hosting this show out of my closet. It means a lot. It means the world that you are all watching and listening. And just make sure you like this video, leave us a comment, subscribe to all the AfterBuzz TV channels on YouTube. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, give us a positive review, leave a good rating. It really, really helps out this show a lot. Helps us keep the lights on, help me keep this one light that's on in my closet right now. So please, it means the absolute world. And we're gonna persevere. We're gonna have a lot of fun right now talking about this episode.
Yes.
Someone who is not having fun is Jessica. Jessica's having a terrible, terrible time once she found out that Simon snuck over to Zoey's house the night before. Ooh.
Yeah. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is probably like the worst and best engagement party ever. Like you,
True.
You had
well,
like
Mo was loving it.
But also you had like this fight.
Yes.
And it was epic.
And it was epic. And you had things like
include
literally in flames.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like even filming it was fun. According to my friend Kapil, who plays Tobin, he said that everyone got drunk at the party. So that's kind of fun that like they actually, the actors had fun too. So it seemed like it was a lit engagement party from the inside out.
That's
which is always fun.
awesome. Isn't that how
Right?
it's supposed to go?
That's so great.
Like you're on set from like forever. We're literally
Right.
like, you know, whatever. And so to
Right.
make the time go faster, to actually enjoy what you're doing times 10, come on, man. That's awesome.
Why not? It's not a bad
Yeah.
situation.
They
But I
probably
think
hang
that
out a lot off the set too. I can see
they
that.
do. They do.
Yeah.
I stalk some of their social medias and they're in each other's stories. And I
Oh,
think
yeah,
it's a
they
really
all-
good cast.
Yeah,
Nice.
they all like live tweet each other and tag each other, and they're all seem very supportive of each other.
Which is so nice. And the writers too. The writers all watch it together. And I think they're really making an effort to make such a beautiful show. And I think even the engagement party, it was so well set up, like for all the drama. Like when the mom and Maggie and Jane were talking, I didn't even cross my mind that she'd be listening. But it's such a good device, you know, like a writing
Yeah, I mean,
device.
they had the way it was structured, the engagement party, like the writing and just like the moments was very like deliberate. And I feel like every episode is surprising and deliberate in the way that they reveal the moments that are going to shock people. And, you know,
Mhm.
No question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, yeah,
I
go ahead.
honestly just love the reveals. There's so many layers. This is literally the definition of an onion show, right? Like every time you think you know, we try to predict and, oh, there's leaning this way and I think they're going to go that way. You have no idea. They looked around 1,000 times to make sure no one was listening in on their conversation. And lo and behold, there's a window, you know? It's so dope. It's like, oh God, I didn't see that coming at all. I love it.
Yeah, what was frustrating for me though is that Zoey had to wait this long to realize that she actually had feelings for Simon and that she's affecting everyone and it's going to be a ripple effect.
Right.
And that she is compromising this relationship, Simon and Jessica, that is like they need to figure it out. And I'm kind of upset with Simon too because Simon is not communicating with Jessica and is not being open with her, and you have to communicate. And I get like he wanted to talk to someone, but you there's a fine line of like confiding in like a female coworker and going over there at night. Like it's
well,
Right.
we already knew that they're both playing this little game where
Right.
they're like, we're just friends, we're just coworkers, we just communicate. But at the end of the day, if you're texting me at 11 o'clock at night, even 10 o'clock at night, and we're just coworkers, that's inappropriate. So they both
It's
knew what
inappropriate.
they were doing, though
Right.
they kept acting as if they didn't. So it wasn't like she had this big reveal in her, I mean, this big aha moment, like, oh, maybe I really do like, you knew all along that you felt this way, but you were trying to be the classy, rise above it, non-home wrecker type. So you were like, let me just distance myself and, you know, play the good girl and ask this man to leave and do all the right stuff. But everyone could see it. They both knew it, you know? It was
Right,
just a matter
right.
of them being honest with
yeah,
themselves.
but her saying it out loud makes it super real.
Yeah.
It
That was
does.
just
It
like,
does.
oh, this
Do you
is-
think, it's because she was also grieving, like with her dad's situation and work? Sometimes, like when you're grieving, you don't see what's right in front of you. So maybe it took her a second to be like, oh, wow, I really do like Simon. Like, it seems like she's kind of was all over the map. And then I think for Jessica too, there was a moment where she said something kind of really random to Jane. She was like, if I was in your situation, I would jump off the Golden Gate Bridge. And then she kind of realized that was inappropriate. So maybe that's why Simon doesn't go to her, because she's not really that sensitive. Like, it seems like she's kind of a bit more blunt.
And did you see her reaction when she revealed that she knew what was going on with Zoe's dad? It was Zoey was really genuinely not only surprised, but I think taken aback, kind of insulted, almost like your husband told you that when I didn't share that with you. Like, that's not something that I would necessarily want to talk to you of all people about.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, Jessica has kind of like a harsh quality to her personality.
Yeah.
She comes off as abrupt. And so that moment in the office, Zoey was taken aback by, oh, Simon brought this stuff up with you. And,
Right.
and also she was working with her mom too. So she knew on the flowers. So she knew, so her mom could have confided in her.
Oh yeah, good point. She was at the house. My
Of
bad.
like, hey, this is what's
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
I
So
forgot.
she's seen it firsthand. So
Yeah, you're right.
but to bring it up at a workplace,
Yeah.
still a little insensitive.
It was just a very insensitive, even the way that she waited for Simon to give his full toast before she confronted him. I'm like, I get that Jessica is the one that can be frustrated because they kind of did her wrong. But even the way that she allowed him to give this whole speech and then have this confrontation, I felt like it was in poor taste. I don't know. But again, she's the one.
They had to fit the musical number in there.
Totally. You're right. You're right. You're right. I get it.
Yeah,
had to make it work
for sure.
They had to
It
make
did
it
seem
worse
like it
because-
wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It did seem like it was. I just wanted to agree that it did seem like it was in very poor taste. Jessica, she doesn't seem to be a very sensitive person, especially to what her husband's been going through. And I mean, rightfully so, she should be angry, but calling out her husband and Zoey in front of everyone at the party, that was rough. That was hard to watch. The only person who loved watching it was Mo. Mo was having an absolute blast.
Yeah, Mo was like drinking, having a
right.
great
She's
time.
like, let the fun begin.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
understand why she felt the need to like make it a thing for everyone. No, let's tell everybody, all our friends here. Like, girl, calm down. Let's have a discussion like grown-ups and then discuss what's going to take place next.
Yeah.
But I thought
I
you
agree.
guys are right. Like that, she's just very abrupt. And what about when she blurted out, it's always about your dad?
Mm.
Oh, that
I
was
know.
one
I
of like maybe
why
5
would
times
you
I
say
gasped.
that?
I wanted to throw my drink at the screen. That's what I
That
wanted.
was bad. Same. It was bad. I mean,
First
it's
of all,
only been a
Yes.
year.
It's only been 6 months.
Not
Who
even a year.
does
Like,
that?
give
It
me a
wouldn't
break.
Or a
even
year. Yeah.
Exactly. 10 years from now, you think I'm going to be less hurt than my dad took his own life? Like,
Yeah.
not even that he died of natural causes?
No, he
Like,
took his
come
own
on.
life. That's crazy.
Yes,
Like,
that's heavy.
she's a little insensitive. I don't know. I'm not.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. She's just
But-
a little bit.
To be like the devil's advocate,
Yes.
Zoey also, and Simon should have been open with Jessica
Yes.
in the beginning
Yes.
and just said,
Yeah.
hey, this is what's going on. I was there. Like, why have a full engagement party when you're not completely honest with your partner?
Right.
And
Is there
going
anything with
about like it's fine.
is there anything like with your husband that you feel more comfortable talking to, like, let's say a friend or someone outside of a relationship, or did you guys always just confide in each other? I don't have a relationship. I'm curious.
I don't know. We talk about everything. Like,
Oh, see,
he knows
that's
me better
a
than
healthy
anyone.
relationship. Yeah. See, that's
Yeah,
very
and
healthy.
clearly their relationship is not the healthiest right now.
Mhm.
If he's going to seek out other women or other people
Right.
in general, like she
Right.
said, I'm the love of your life, right? I'm your best friend. But clearly she's not all that she could be, or she's not filling whatever void he needs because he's seeking outside attention and validation and all that stuff that you're supposed to get from the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not.
Simon has to figure out what he wants and how he wants to deal with it before he gets married.
Agreed.
Because they're not married yet.
They're
Like
not.
we,
No.
you know, we can. This is like the reason you get engaged and have like a little bit of time is sometimes to figure out some of these kinks. But it seems like Jessica's good on paper, so he's kind of like, okay, this should work. Like we should be good. But
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot to unpack there. That was certainly an eventful night, especially for Zoey, who right on the verge of tears went on to get a phone call letting her know that her father had fallen down the stairs, that she needs to make it to the hospital right away.
Yeah.
Oh, that was another moment that was hard to watch. But I mean, Max kind of comes in and saves the day a little bit to some degree, and thankfully Mitch turned out to be okay. But I mean, that's where things got really interesting in this episode for me.
I agree. And Max has been her friend for so many years. It wasn't weird that he stepped in and was like, let me hold you down. You're my friend. I got you. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about that. Obviously, we know that it was motivated by deeper feelings than that, but it doesn't seem odd. Nobody in his family or her family questioned it, or because they've been together and kind of thick as thieves in terms of friendship, platonic friendship for a long time. So it was pretty dope that he just stepped right in and was like, I got you, girl. I'll put you on my back if I have to. And, you know, figuratively, he kind of did with the
He
you know?
literally did.
Yeah. I mean, that song that he sang, just, what is it, 500 miles?
Yeah.
It was so emotional. It's just like, it's uplifting. And the fact that he like took the scooter and was willing to do anything for her. And the fact that she still hasn't seen it yet is so frustrating.
It's so shocking. Like he tried to fight someone, and Max is not the type. He was like, "I'm gonna fight you."
Not at all.
No.
It kind of turned me on, honestly. Like when he was like, "I'm gonna fight you," I was like, "Yes, Daddy, finally!" Like showing up.
Confrontation when necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the actor, so Skylar's the actor that plays Max, and he's so incredible in the show. And I'm so glad he finally got a really good. He's always had good songs, but this was like really could see his breadth of like range. how
Mhm.
to really sing a song, and I loved it. And it just was so emotional.
It was really epic. And then is this the first time they've had a song that started and then ended later? Like, because usually the
I
songs
don't
end
think
at once,
so.
right?
Yeah.
Is that the first time they've done that where they started a song and then
We've
ended
kind
it
of
later?
seen songs continue when she's been trying to escape them, but this wasn't one that
Yeah.
she was trying to run away from. This is one that she
Right.
embraced, but then
Right.
it resurfaced later. I think it was just showing that Max still had the exact same feelings that he had before.
Yeah, he didn't lose
Uh,
them over the couple hours.
yeah, I don't know.
It continues.
It worked for me. But when he was out there
Yes.
outside her window singing that song, that was when I started to really choke up a bit.
I was
like,
crying. It's so
no,
good.
just go out to him, Zoey. Just go out to
I
him.
know.
He's still
I
out
thought she was
there.
gonna kiss him when she opened the door again and said like good night. It seemed like she was gonna.
Well, when he hugged her, embraced her, and said, I'm always here for you, no matter what. Like, I'd do anything for you. How is that not a sign that he has major feelings for you?
It was amazing because the brother wasn't even there. Like Max stepped in as the brother.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so when Mitch made this fall down the stairs, it was one of his old friends that was helping him. And Amir, you have some theories about what could be going on with him and Maggie.
I do. I think that Blake and Maggie have a little bit of a moment, honey. He is salt and pepper heaven. And, he has that kind of like weird sense of humor. And she kind of has this kind of very Mother Earth vibe, like doing shrooms. I could see them doing shrooms in Joshua Tree. I just see a relationship. Like, I am here for it. Like, I think that like it's a great time to whip out that Kama Sutra book and have a second relationship. Like
I cannot with you.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I think that
love
honestly, Mitch would sign off because it's like his best friend. Like, what a person to leave her with.
Yeah, well, let him leave the earth first before they embark on their new adventure.
Yeah, you have to
100%.
wait a second.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
They mourn together and then they fuck.
Yes, and then they get
language,
in.
Sorry.
But Maggie does feel a little guilty
Amir,
though.
speak on it, baby. That's exactly how it's going down.
Right. Maggie feels a little guilty about the fall.
She does.
A lot guilty.
She wanted to spend time at the engagement party and then feels guilty, which is totally normal. Right. And especially she's because she has like has to go through an early grieving process. So she has this time with him where she has to take care of Mitch. She has to really care for him, prepare her family for what is going to happen, because we all know it's going to happen eventually. So it's so hard to like actually go out and take time for yourself and have some fun. And the fact that this happened is just like another thing to add to her guilt.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it seems like she's like kind of in a way like self-quarantining herself, like because she feels like responsible for him. And like Em said so eloquently, like he's not gone, but she has to mourn. It's like when someone has Alzheimer's, like they lose themselves and you like they're not gone. They're still physically there. And it's like it's weird to be like, I'm gonna go out to dinner with my friends. Like it feels like you're leaving someone that needs you. So I really feel for her. So
yeah, I do like how Zoey immediately came to her defense though and said, "No, this isn't your fault." Like I forget the friend's name, but he's Blake. He's a big, strong man. Like the doctors were surprised this didn't happen sooner. Like it could have happened to any of us. They just happened to slip. And I think that is meant a lot because I was a little worried there that maybe Maggie was going to have a setback where she was once again going to be afraid to go to work, afraid to leave the house. So I really appreciated that moment, and I think hopefully it means that her character can continue to move forward down the road and not revert back to who she was in episode 1.
Yeah, I think the guilt might take on a little bit more of a cautious stance with her. Like I don't see her rushing out the door to go to work and to do other things. And the blessing is that she has a business where she doesn't have to report anywhere every day, so she still has the ability to have more leeway, more she can create her own time, I guess is what I'm saying. But at the same time, I hope that she's able to, just as you said, allow herself to leave and not have that guilt. But it's really hard. Like, if I have my own personal situations and my mom and whatever, and that guilt doesn't leave you. You have to make it make sense so that you can focus on your own stuff. But it doesn't go anywhere. It just that's your family. You love them. You want to make sure that they don't ever feel like you aren't there for them.
Right. And Kittie, people also put it on you. Like if you go, I'm sure, I don't know about with your mom's situation, but when my grandma was sick, if I went out to dinner, people were like, oh, is she okay? Is she alone? And it's like, people would like unwittingly kind of make you feel guilty for
Which
not
is
like
horrible.
being there all the time. Yeah.
Which is so ridiculous. But people always, we're so funny how quickly we are to judge. You don't get to be in a position to tell someone else how to deal with whatever their situation is, you know?
Right.
I just had a baby, so in 6 weeks, I go have dinner with my husband, and all of a sudden I'm a bad mom.
Yeah,
it's been 6 weeks. I think I need to eat and like live my life. Like, what are you talking about? How about you have a seat and worry about your kids? You know, that's so quick.
Yeah, Kittie, that's you make a good point. That's what I was gonna say, that she's dealing with a lot of guilt, but also being judged by other people. So that, and again, if she goes out to dinner or if she takes a break, because you know the Zoey and her brother are switching off, taking care of him.
Right.
She's gone for an hour to like go to get her nails done or a spa or something. And if something happens, like that guilt and her being judged for taking that time for herself is always going to be there. And so she's going to have to navigate that and find a way to like forgive herself and not let other people's negative voices get in there.
You know what it makes for me personally, I can only speak for myself, obviously. What works for me is just the realization. Obviously, you know, you can do the whole, I don't care what people say, I don't care what people think about me, but we all do. We're human. So it's going to have some effect on you at some point. The bottom line, though, is what are you to your, like, can you look yourself in the mirror? Do you feel okay when you go to bed at night? Like, yes, there's going to be guilt, but overall, do you know that, for instance, I'm a good daughter to my mom, or, you know, when I would have mommy guilt, am I a good mom to my kid? Like, you have to make that decisive situation for yourself. You can't allow people, because there's always, and plus we all a bunch of freaking hypocrites. It's so easy for you to think about it like, oh, I would never. And is your grandma okay? Is she alone? What the do you think? Do you think I left my grandma alone? Like, I need to eat. So I came out to eat and enjoy your company. But if you're going to make me feel badly, you can leave. How about that? Because I'm not going anywhere, because I'm doing my thing tonight. I have a babysitter for my grandma, and I'll be, you know what I mean? Like, and guess what? Tomorrow there's going to be something going on in your life that you have to make a decision like this. So I promise not to be that friend that comes over and goes, are you doing the right thing? Are you sure what you're doing? Yeah. Like, it's so easy to judge. How dare you?
It is. I think Kittie, I think Maggie needs you as a friend. We need to write Kittie into the show as the best friend, because I think she's going to get her out of the house.
Yeah, I would love to
take the best friend.
That's an episode I would love
Maggie
to
can
see.
Get it in, baby.
Yeah. Like the next door neighbor, I'll bring over lasagna.
Lasagna? Perfect. I'll bring the doobies.
Listen, we should actually all be major characters on this show, I think is what we're trying to say.
Like a guest star. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm down. We could be like a book club. We could be a book
club.
That
would be so cool.
Yeah.
And then we could sing. Ooh, what song would we sing?
Oh, that's a good one.
We gotta come up with a song, Emily.
We have to come up with one. Okay, I'll think about it.
Yes. Okay. Well, speaking of how far we would go for people and what songs we would sing, I think it's a perfect moment to get into our special segment for this week. It's our own internal musical monologue.
Yeah, that segue was everything.
That was amazing, Brandon. That was like on point.
Thank you. I've been working on it. Emily May, take us away.
All right, so this episode was all about how far you would go for other people and for people that you love. And so I wanted you to pick a song that you would sing to someone, what your inner monologue would be. So I'm going to share my song, and my song is by Meatloaf.
Oh.
And don't laugh.
No, I love Meatloaf.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
And it's I Would Do Anything for Love.
Aww.
And some of the lyrics is I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell and back.
Wow.
I would do anything for love. I'd never lie to you. And that's a fact. And then
so eloquent.
I feel like it was so appropriate for this episode.
Rock out, baby. Rock out.
We love Meatloaf. We're here for it.
Meatloaf. Maybe we got to find a Meatloaf song.
Yeah, maybe the four of us can do a Meatloaf song. I'm down.
That would be awesome.
So Brandon or Amir, do you have any songs?
I do. I have one too. So I love Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles. That song is just like, it's literally in the title, like I'll go 1,000 miles. It seems these days people are going 1,000 miles for some, toilet paper. But I think that we need to be kinder to each other, and we need to go 1,000 miles for each other. Like, I think especially when something like this happens, we need to be kinder. We need to stop hurting people to get supplies. We need to just take a deep breath. Like, you should be kind to your friends and family and people that are around you. Like,
Totally.
that song really spoke to me tonight. So
yes. We're all in this together. We all are in our quarantined apartments and houses, and luckily we have this communication, but gotta be kind.
Exactly. It's not that hard.
Brandon, do you have a cool song?
Yes, I do actually. I love Amir's choice. I'm gonna make that my 1B, but my 1A is I'm actually gonna go with Max in this episode with 500 Miles. Specifically, the slow version that he sings at the end. Absolutely crushed my soul in the best way possible. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, it was so good.
I relate to that too,
That's
Brandon.
so me.
I relate to that because I don't think I can go 1,000 miles. That's far. I don't think I can even run a marathon. But I think 500 is enough.
It's feasible. It's realistic.
You know that well. If the man of your life showed up, baby, you would be on that scooter so fast. But I'm on my way. 999 miles to go.
Oh no!
I'd fight someone for a scooter.
I love all of your choices, you guys.
Thank
you. Those are amazing.
Thank you.
I appreciate you sharing. And so let us know in the chat. Let us know on Twitter. Let us know what your song is and how far you would go for someone.
Yes, definitely. Let us know. That's a conversation I really want to have in particular because this episode, this one particular topic, it just really hit me. I'm Team Max all the way. You know, I'm Team Max all the way. So
I'm more Team Max than I was before. Now I'm like fully Team Max.
Good. Excellent.
I'm still Team
Simon. No more. Come on.
Simon.
Come on.
He was sweeping those burned roses. I just wanted to give him a hug, and his shirt was unbuttoned, and I was.
And whose fault is it? It's Simon's fault. It's Simon's fault.
Well,
no, but she said no. But like what Jessica said tore my heart. She said, "I love you, but I need to be mad," and I was like,
Simon. It's true.
I think we're gonna have to talk about where we might think things are going in our predictions for next week's episode. Where do we think that this show is going? Do we think Team Simon
TV predictions?
There it is. Yes.
Thank you.
Charlie Chaplin.
Okay, I'll start. So if
can we make that
the
official soundbite from now on?
I'm sorry.
Okay, yes, Kittie.
Okay,
go right ahead.
If I had to I do have to, don't I? Giving my prediction for next week, from the they give us a little baby preview of next week, so it looks like Simon is finally kind of drawing the line in the sand and saying, okay, I was inappropriate before, I knew it, you knew it, but things have changed. Obviously the cat is out the bag, my wife knows, so I'm gonna chill, you chill, and let's just be coworkers as we were once before. So I definitely see that. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I do like the fact that he's finally like being communicative and adult and all the right stuff. I mean, you are supposed to be marrying this other woman, right? I also predict that the husband eventually gets better and better, and then he leaves us. Like, dies.
Kittie!
I'm sorry, that's just what I see. I see him getting to the point where they think that he's fully recovered, and then he dies.
Oh, Kittie, I almost hung up. I'm out, guys. That's my time.
That's
Kittie,
too real.
You're making me cry.
Yeah. Why is it always that you and Amir have to drop these bombs on us?
You're always like, no, let's be realistic. This is what happens. We're like, oh no, don't say it. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying it for you.
I know. Thanks, Kittie. I think the quarantine's made me very soft. It's made
Amir,
me very
you need to go
soft.
take a walk around the block.
I do. Right? I really do.
Amir, what are you thinking?
Okay, so I have something that's a little off the cuff, which is very on brand for me. I think what's going to happen is that the mom's going to be working more, so she's going to hire a nurse, and then she's going to start feeling jealous of the nurse and Mitch's interaction. And Mitch is going to kind of, because he has a weird sense of humor, I think he's going to play up the flirting just to make her kind of get flush and play around with each other, like in a very fun way. Not like Mitch is ever going to do anything, but like in a very fun way. And I think it's going to be nice for Maggie to then confide in this woman, in the nurse, and kind of be able to connect. That's kind of my prediction there. And then I think that Mo's guy that he met at the engagement party is going to be a bigger part in his story. And there's going to be like, they're going to start dating, but then he's going to sing a song about how he's taking advantage of Mo to Zoey. So
okay,
storyline.
Like, you killing it, babe.
That's my story.
These ideas.
I don't know.
I
And then
know.
Zoe's gonna tell him, and then tell Mo, and Mo's gonna be like, I'm not hanging out with you. You don't like my boo, and all this stuff because this guy's cheating on Mo. That's my prediction.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my goodness.
I know.
That's
gracious.
a
I
lot.
have a lot
Writing
of time to
season
myself.
All right, Emily, pitch your best
I mean, my predictions are
screenplay
not going to be as good
very
as
quickly.
that.
We're just about
Well,
out of time here.
Oh yeah, so I would say Max and Zoey are going to get closer, and then Zoey. I mean, we see that Zoey reveals this this power that she has, and I think they're going to have like a really big moment, like an epiphany is going to happen. I think they're going to have a big dance number, and I think Mo and the person that Mo met at the engagement party, they're going to have something happen. I think he'll have a song. And yeah, I think there's going to be new relationships blossoming all around us.
That would be
Wow.
cute.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see that. It's gonna be interesting to see where things go with Max and Zoey, if she is really gonna tell him about her powers or not. But that wraps things up for us today. Emily May, where can people find you online before next week?
Yeah, so you can find me on all social media platforms at Emily May Heller.
And Kittie Kaboom, where can people find you online?
Find me on IG at Kittie Kaboom, KITTIEKABOOM, and on Twitter at Kittie Meow.
And Amir, Yassai, if the writers want some pointers from you, how can they reach out to you?
Yeah.
They can DM me on Instagram at Amir Yas _. And if you want to see my quarantine daily TikTok, you can follow me at Amir AMIR Yas. I am doing a daily quarantine TikTok, so enjoy.
Love that.
I still don't have a TikTok, but I'm definitely going to sign
Well,
up
it's the
just
time
for
to
that.
start.
This is the time to do it.
Definitely. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BrandonHanna07. And we will see you all next week for another extraordinary episode of Zoey's Extraordinary Playlist.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.